Really, first, I really want to talk about our seniors. Chase and Justin, our two managers, have been just tremendous, and obviously they've been here longer than I have, but they've really made the transition very smooth for us as a coaching staff because of all the stuff that they organize and do from a managerial standpoint behind the scenes. And you know, they had a tough defeat to USC's managers the other night, and Justin the night before blew his knee out, so he's probably our best player. So it's not an excuse, but our senior manager didn't play in that managerial game. So both Justin and Chase have just been tremendous helping us out. And then, you know, David got here, modern day product, great program, and what he and Corey, my son's been a part of 3 conference tournament championships, 2 league championships, and now here we go in another postseason where he's got a chance for more. And then Nick has just been somebody that, like Corey and like DB, have just worked awfully hard every day in practice. They're part of the scout team, so they're the opponent every day in practice. They work extremely hard to get these starters, and the 8 guys that are in the rotation, they work hard every day to make sure they're well prepared. And it's not always easy because it's a backstage type of deal, but what they do behind the scenes is very appreciated by our coaching staff. So it's a very special group of seniors, and then you throw Norman in the mix. He's just had a tremendous year. He's an all Pac-12 performer, and he's done so much for our program, and all these guys represent our program the way we want to represent it. They're all 6 of those guys are graduating here in the spring, so I couldn't be more happy, more proud that their last game they go out with a win. So with that being said, I thought we did a lot of good things. I thought both teams played hard. Both teams shot the ball well. I'm not sure both teams are that poor defensively. I think it was two teams that were really clicking offensively. We got to look at a lot of things that we got to shore up here in the next 8 days before we play again on the defensive end. I thought we got driven a little bit. We didn't have a lot of gap help, and that's a big part of our defense. But we did out-rebound them. We wanted it. We knew they were going to press a lot. We only had 9 turnovers. We shared the ball. I thought we got good shots. So senior night can always be pretty emotional, and I thought we did a really good job of handling that, and really proud of how our guys were able to get a win. Now we have 8 days off. We can get a lot of rest. We can get some good practice in, and the opponent that we're going to play now, it looks like anyway, the opponent that we end up playing on Thursday, we'll end up playing 3 games before we ever play again. So hopefully that, being a team that's really only playing 8 guys, hopefully that helps us going into the tournament that we defend. We're defending champs into this tournament, so our next opponent, I think, will end up playing 3 games before we ever play another one. So hopefully that is an advantage to us. We're at least hoping so. So hopefully we can stay healthy, get some good practices in, and get to Vegas and have some fun in the tournament. Questions?
I think Tony had in maybe the first 7 minutes 10 points and I think 5 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds. You were talking yesterday about him being the key to this team. Is that kind of what you had in mind? Well,
absolutely. You know, he gets 13 shots. He takes 9 free throws. So you know, he got to the free throw line. He, seven rebounds, had an assist and no turnover. You're not going to see Tony's stat line very often having a positive assist to turnover ratio. So I thought it was all around a really good game by Tony. And he missed really a couple dunks that are late, or it should have been dunks. He thinks he's a really good foul shooter now. So now he's all about getting fouled instead of just dunking it. So, but I just thought he had good energy. I thought he did a good job defensively. He handled the paint pretty well. I thought we did some pretty good things in the paint. We let Reinhardt get going a little bit, and we got Stewart open for some threes. That we didn't contest shots like we've been contesting shots. But Tony, we got him going early, and I thought that was a key.
With 8 days off until the tournament, are you going to structure your practices any differently to take advantage of that? Or?
Well, the staff will take advantage of some recruiting that can be done over the weekend because this has been a long haul for us. We've been waiting on another bye week because our bye week hit really early in the first part of the season. So we'll be able to do that, but probably plan our practices where it's almost every other day until we get to Tuesday, because practice now is really just trying to stay sharp. We'll work on some things that we've seen in this tape, both offensively and defensively. We're not going to really change much of who we are, so it's really staying sharp. We'll get some lifts in, and we'll get a lot of film work in. We really spend a lot of time with our individuals, but this is a heavy academic time too. We're a week before finals and a quarter. So going into, before we get to Vegas on Thursday, we've got guys have a lot of stuff they got to do academically. And then the first week of postseason are our finals. So there's a lot thrown at our guys. So I think by going every other day, we can give them some time off, let bodies heal. We got some guys banged up and played awfully well tonight to be banged up. And we'll take advantage of that, I hope, and then still try to keep them sharp mentally and physically.
Steve, when Tony plays like that, especially right outside of the game, how does that help everything else and sort of get you guys going?
Well, by doing that, and when he's that active, then our guards get open for better shots, and our guards can really shoot it. We just have to be able to get good shots, and sometimes we've been pressured into forcing some tough shots early in the season because we didn't have that inside-out punch. It wasn't consistent enough, and lately it's gotten pretty consistent with Kavan, with obviously with Tony in particular, but Thomas, you got a guard down there, and I like the development that we're seeing in Gigi. So they didn't get the minutes that I'd like to have gotten tonight. I mean, it was kind of a one-game season, so they'll be in there, they'll be in that rotation, but that just helps. When we take 16 threes, we make 9 of them. So we got to the free throw line, we took good shots for the most part, and so our offense was pretty efficient. We had 85, so to get in the mid-80s, it's a pretty efficient offense.
You've got a bye in the Pac-12 tournament now, but regular season, do you feel that this team has done enough to warrant a bid to the tournament?
Well, I think, we still got work to do, just like a lot of teams in the country. You can't stop. You've got work to do, and we feel like this team's playing better. It's playing very good at the right time. It's going to be a competitive conference tournament, whoever we end up playing. I haven't looked at it close enough, but I'm assuming it's Arizona State or Stanford, depending on what happens here this week. And, we had success against Stanford, but we had a very close game here, got them down big, and then it was a very close game at their place, and then had a close game against Arizona State in which we lost. So it's going to be a tough opponent, whoever it is, but everybody in the country is trying to continue to resumes. So I thought it was important that because of the schedule we played a very good strength of schedule in non-conference, and not being able to get enough of those wins away from home. I thought in the last 10 days, the key was getting from 16 to 19. You needed to get to 19 to really put yourself in a position where you're going to be talked about. And had we not done that, then who knows what we have to do in Vegas. But I think getting to 19 at least puts ourselves in a very good position going into the conference tournament. Now, we got to get better here in 8 days and go there and try to increase it and help that resume.